rhythm of the bass bar. Man, I feel the rhythm of the bass bar. Hit me the drum and come around and test me.
Turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. Your memories spark to motivate and make the industry shake. We put the balls to the place. I'm talking one chance at best. Yes, baiting glitches for the caution. Keep the brushes fresh. Flip the cover with the drummer. Passion never rests. Freedom is a teacher under pressure. Now we blessed. See, I was so good for the go.
Hey guys, it's me, Ethan Van Sciver. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. How are you tonight? World's most. There's something with that ad. I agree with you. It's very loud. We did fix the spelling error that was in it. And now it's still too loud. God, can't get it right, but that's okay. It's still pretty awesome. Welcome, guys. Welcome to July 3rd's edition of Comicsgate Live. And I call it Comicsgate Live because it's going to feel like Comicsgate Live again, I think. I hope. Because we're allowed to have 10 people in at once. We weren't allowed to do that for a long time. You know, the original, Comicsgate live streams would allow 10 people at once, and everybody was promoting their books together. It was really, really fantastic. It was a good time. But then Google Hangouts quit. And instead, we're left with StreamYards, and StreamYards only let us have 6 people in at a time, so it was sad. It felt lonely. And yesterday or 2 days ago, we had a big live stream with 10 people on it, and it felt like old times. It felt great. We've got some good people with us, more good people coming on board this summer. And I think it's all because of how successful Comicsgate has been lately. Some of the bigger campaigns are bringing in big numbers. Dan Fraga's Black Flag is at $170,000 in funding. That's his first book. That's his first crowdfunded campaign, and the dude made $170,000, and it's still going. It's still going. Of course, Cyberfrog Wreck Planet broke all records again. 100 and no, I'm not. What am I saying? 100. I got to be out of my mind here. We are at let me see here. Let me just double check and pinch myself. No, we're at like $1,017,000 and change. And then we just recently we passed Cyberfrog Blood Honey's backer count, which was a thrill. I mean, that was something I was really hoping to do. A lot of people were giving me a hard time, saying, you're never going to pass this. You're not. Every time, I mean, I don't see these things as insults. I kind of just see them as hurdles to pass. Give me challenges, and I'll figure out a way to get around them. I think that's how you win. I think people kind of saying, you can't do this, and then you responding with, watch me. And then your internal dialogue is, how do I do this? How do I get past this number? How do I earn this much money? How do I reach this many people? How do I get this many people to watch my live streams, et cetera, et cetera? I mean, these are things that kind of allow you to grow and get better and better. Obviously, this is a partnership. What we're doing here is me and it's you, and together we are just wowing them. we're blowing their minds. People are like, how? Doubters are saying he's putting his own money into this. If I'm putting my own money into it, obviously I have a lot of I got $1 million lying around that I put. I'm pretty sure it's other people. It's other people backing this campaign and making it succeed. But the conspiracy theorists and their crazy inability to cope with this reality just further underscores how powerful this is indeed. Charlie's London says, hey, Ethan, can I get a shout out from my mailing list that went live today with a trailer made by Ascension Cinema? Thank you. Charlie's London, let's go watch that. 200 Watt Studio says, happy 4th, EVS Hail. Thank you. Happy 4th of July to you guys too. Grant These Nuts says, how many evils are left for Wreck Planet E? It's hard to say. I mean, I guess the next evil to defeat, and let me explain this to people who don't know. We call goals evils, and the reason why we do that is because there was one particular Indiegogo campaign that beat my first campaign, Cyberfolk Blood Honey, and said the evil has been defeated. And it was such a gut punch. It was so mean, and it was just, but at the same time, it was kind of funny, to call me of all people evil. And so now that's what we call it every time we set a goal and we beat it, and we say the evil has been defeated. So the next evil is Cyberfolk Blood Honey's total cumulative score. Like with all, I think 6 campaigns, it raised $1,065,000, and so that's where we're headed. We're gonna try to get another, I guess, almost $50,000 added to this total. It's gonna take a while, but we'll get there, and that will mean we've defeated that evil. And then the ultimate evil. So that's our next evil. The ultimate evil, of course, is Order of the Stick, and I am not quite sure that I put enough fuel in the rocket to get us there. Order of the Stick is a Kickstarter. And let me see if I can just call it up real quick so that you guys can see what it looks like. I mean, we are, it is the, oh, wow. As soon as I typed in order, it showed, it looks like I've been looking at this campaign a couple times, 1 or 2 times. This came right up, and let's take a look at it and I'll show you. This is Kickstarter, hashtag Black Lives Matter, the Order of the Stick reprint drive. This is what it is. And this was back when Kickstarter was brand new. It was a new kind of thing. You can crowdfund. This I think it started in 2011, but it might have been 2012. And this campaign has been up, I guess they updated it in 2018 the last time. But in the time period that it was funding, it raised $1,254,120 with this backer count, 14,952 backers. And basically, it's a stick figure book about Dungeons and Dragons and about gaming. It's a humor book about things that kind of the geek fan community loves. You can see why it would be so successful. It's for everyone within this community. Like it's going to be funny for everyone. This is the kind of campaign, honestly. First you look at it and you go, it's just a bunch of stick figures. Why did this work so well? It's broad humor. It's for everyone. It seems like a gift that you can give to your friend or your son or your brother. Women can give it to their husbands. That looks like, that are into this kind of thing. Maybe they'll get a laugh out of it. So this is really, really, really smart. Here it is. Here's what it looks like. So it's just all of these web cartoons all put into one book. Look at this. We ran out of copies in 2010. How old is this? I guess I'm not even sure how old it is, really. It says estimated delivery April 2012. So I kind of figured this was from 2012, but it might have started in 2010. So this is old. I mean, this is old, and it has stood as the biggest crowdfunded comic book. I mean, it's not even a comic. I don't know. It is what it is. It's a book of comic strips. So it's a book of web strips, webtoons, and it has stood as the biggest crowdfunded campaign on across both platforms. And this is where we are. And the question is, like, do we have the fuel to get there? I don't know. I don't know if I have enough stuff to sell to get us to another $240,000. That's another $250,000. Do I have enough stuff to sell by the time Christmas rolls around? It's possible. But if it isn't, if we don't do it this time, we're going to do it next time. It's all about planning these campaigns and making sure that, that first of all, that they have enough stuff to sell. We're sold out of our honeycomb boxes. We only had a limited number of those, and we sold through. And then the other thing is to make sure that the campaign has the kind of mass appeal that can get there. Now, if it's not Cyberfrog, it might be Rainbow Brute because Rainbow Brute has the same mass appeal. Cyberfrog is a great superhero story. I think everyone likes it, but I'm not sure that it's for absolutely everyone. I think Rainbow Brute is for absolutely everyone. I think that, even women who don't like comics, who hear that idea, oh, they're going to take my girls' toys that I grew up with and they're going to make them like this. This is Rainbow Brood, and you're going to take the Care Bears and you're going to make them like emo mean grizzlies. Yes, that's right. I think everyone who hears these ideas likes them and wants to get to know them a little bit better. So it might be Rainbow Brood that beats us, but we're still going to try to do it. We're still going to try to do it with Cyberfrog 2. We're never say die around here. Okay, the other campaign I've got going right now is less than $2,000 away from 200,000, and so that is the one evil that I want to defeat with this campaign is getting Cyberfrog Unforgettable Tales to $200,000 by the time we ship, and we ship in 2 weeks. We're supposed to ship on the 15th of July. That's when the books are supposed to come to me. And at that point, we're ready to go. We're going to be shipping all these books out to you guys. So if you haven't backed Unforgettable Tales yet, know this. If you back it today, it's going to be the shortest wait of any Comicsgate project. You're going to get it. You'll get it within 3 weeks or so. So that's very, very exciting. All right, let me see. Let's see what's in the chat. What's going on in the chat? Oh. Let's go through the other books that I want to promote tonight. Now, I sent the link out to everybody in Comicsgate, but mostly Billy Tucci and Graham Nolan, because these are the two campaigns that are ending tonight. Billy Tucci said he wanted to be on. Hopefully he'll get the link and he'll show up. Graham Nolan, I forgot to remind to be here, but Graham Nolan's The Chenoo. I honestly don't remember if this is if this represents 60 days or if it just represents 30. I don't remember that, but in any case, we're going to close this out these 8 hours as best as we can. The link's in the description if you want to back Graham Nolan's The Chenoo. In other words, if you want to back this campaign, right under the screen that you're watching right now, to the extreme right-hand side of the screen, there's a little triangle pointing down. Click on that, and a bunch of links will fall out. And one of them is going to be Graham Nolan's The Chenoo. The other one will be Billy Tucci and Maria Sinapo's Ms. Fury from Dynamite Entertainment. These guys, everyone loves Billy Tucci. Everyone loves Maria. You can tell because this campaign is just smoking it right now. $72,000 with 7 hours left. So we're going to see to it that this gets closed out tonight properly. We're going to have a good time. We're going to talk about stuff that's going on. I'm going to let you know. I got to tell you guys about. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me check the. Let me see what you guys are up to. All right, we got Patrick Thomas Parnell in the waiting room. Hello, Patrick. How are you?
What's up, sir? How you doing tonight?
Really good. Good to have you. Good to see you.
I haven't talked to you since you did the $1 million. Congrats on that.
Thank you very much. It still doesn't seem real. It's like, yeah, I did $1 million.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy. I mean, it's such a brave new world now.
It feels that way. It feels like basically when it gets done, it can be done.
Yeah. It's very encouraging.
Yeah, of course it is. I would think so. It's like, can you get to the moon? Yes, we got to the moon, so it can be done. Can we get to $1 million on a crowdfunded campaign? Yes, we can with the proper planning.
Holy shit! Like, what's next now?
Oh, more $1 million campaigns. I hope.
What, 2 million?
I don't know. I just, Andrea and I were talking today about getting a warehouse. And actually, that's the next step from here. Like it's a kind of daunting idea. Hold on. Mark C for $20 says Nick Barucci's Dynamite is pissing me off. 5 times the Art of Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow has been delayed. I'm tired of pre-ordering and being refunded. Part of the put out the book, sir. I know he listens to the show. All right, so that's Nick Barucci. A little chastisement from the fans. No, I'm not wearing a belly band. It's a shirt. Yeah, it's like an exerciser. So we're driving around, and I guess the next thing to do from here is to warehouse our own stuff. Now, Dynamite Comics is in my neighborhood. Nick Barucci, will warehouse my stuff. He's got a big warehouse if I want to, but that's not independence. We do want to be able to.
They're South Jersey.
Yeah, they're in Mount Laurel.
Okay.
Mount Laurel is north. It's the next town over from Marlton. So, it's pretty cool. Getting a warehouse. We can have all the books shipped there. We're gonna try to get all of the copies of all the stuff from this campaign, Unforgettable Tales. We're gonna store them in our home and ship them out because we ordered fairly light. We ordered. I think we sold like 3,000 copies of each one of these Unforgettable books, and I ordered 4,000. So I figure we can store 2,000 extra copies of these books in the house. But when it comes to Wreck Planet,
that's gonna be a lot. It's funny. I mean, like with Johnny Phantasm, I had a couple of pallets show with at the door, just full of boxes. And I was asking Art and a couple other guys like what they do with their books, because it's just like once the pallet shows up, you got to find a place for all those books. I'm making furniture out of the boxes and stuff. I'm trying to make it look like normal. You put like a little drape on it, like, oh, that's a coffee table.
yeah. I mean, we're having boxes around is just a reality that I'm trying to.
I mean, like right here, like look at that. It's all this, it's all stacked up behind me. There's some over here. It's like the whole house is just in the bedroom, in the closet.
So there's like for every crate of comics. By the way, look at my vintage Rainbow Bright doll that I just busted out.
Oh, actually,
on the keyboard back there.
I wanted to share something with you real quick. I was jamming on something that I thought you might appreciate.
Oh, let me see.
Let's see. Share screen. I made a time lapse today.
Oh, all right. Let's have a look at this. There's Rainbow Brute.
Just kind of jamming on something,
Beautiful. Did you time lapse it? You actually
yeah.
video?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a video out of it. But yeah. I kind of been making those time lapse videos like the past couple of months, and I've been busy with this putting stuff together for Giant Phantasm, and I had been getting like slacking, so I did this week, and I just wrapped this up today.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Everybody's already ready for Rainbow Brute.
I put pants on him. I hope you don't mind.
I don't mind. I'm sure he doesn't mind either. Let me see here. When is the Ninja Turtle crossover happening? Well, I hope to have that happen sometime late next year if I can get it to work. Like I got to come up with the money to pay for it and talk people into letting me do it. It's going to be a little bit of a trick because I think the rights open up again next year, so we got to see who gets them. I am prepared to just rent them for one issue. I'd like to license the Turtles.
I guess that's the next earmark then, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be. I mean, I don't need to do it. If it doesn't happen, I won't cry. It's like.
But I mean, like that'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be kind of neat, just because there are infinite numbers of stories that I could think of. For the Turtles to to be in 2018. Everyone ages in real time. I'm talking to Trent Kanuga again. Trent Kanuga did a book called Creed in the 1990s. We called ourselves Progress Studios. This was back when progress meant something non-political. It just meant we're growing, we're learning to draw. And Trent Kanuga moved on. He's working in video games, but he used to have this book called Creed. A lot of people remember it. It was kind of a small press indie hit book, and Creed was like 12 or 13 years old, and his name was Mark. And he's like, yeah. Trent goes, hit me up if you need me to do any frog. And I was like, why don't you just come over here and do Creed 20 years later? It's like you want to come and do like what happened to Mark. I guess he's now 33 or something like that, 34 years old. What happened to him? What's he about? John Malin's in the chat. John Malin, come on in here. That would be cool. That would be really, really cool. So stuff like that's exciting to me. I talked to Billy Tucci about, the fact that in this world, like time is real. Okay. In this comic book world, time is real. And the way we deal with it is, there's been a 20-year time jump, and we're always stuck in the year 2018. It's like that way nobody ages really. If we might switch to 2019 one day, but we're always stuck in the year 2018. But there's been 20 years, so what happened to she? Did she die? Did she fight the Vespis and die in the 90s? I mean, or is she still around?
That'd be fun.
He's got this book, Return of the Warrior, and it's like this is old lady she. Well, not old lady she, but it's Mama she. You know, I mean, that kind of thing. It works. You know, it works with what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
So pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's more people coming over here, and it's getting crazy.
Yeah, well, it's good. We're gonna get more and more people. You know, interesting stuff is happening. Somebody sent me a link to SJW Spider-Man, and he's whining because Dynamite Comics showed up on one of my live streams. Nick Barucci congratulated Shane Davis for making the very brave and probably, hopefully, profitable decision to come over and announce that he's Comicsgate. And he's wanted to do this for like a year.
Yeah.
You know, he and I have been talking about it, and he's like, "Well, I've got this big project for DC coming up," referring to Metal Men.
Yeah,
I want to do that, and I'm like, "Well, you know, get that done, and you know, if you still want to come over," and this is the way I am I was with everybody. I'd be like, "It's going to be rough, but if you still want to come over in a year after you're done your project, come on over, and you know, I'll introduce you to everyone, and you know, we'll get your project kicked off right." So Nick Barucci congratulated him on one of the streams, and the consequence for doing that in the world of comics right now is that lunatics, absolute lunatics, like SJW Spider-Man, who is an anonymous harassment account on Twitter. He decided to do what he normally does. I haven't looked at SJW Spider-Man in a long time. I kind of blocked him. He blocked me. But these guys are not getting the engagement that they used to get. You know, let me just show you this if you're interested in just the pure ugliness of anti-Comicsgate, of the SJWs in the comic book industry, whose sole duty, whose sole job is to harass, terrify people that disagree with them, harass, terrify them, call them Nazis, get them deplatformed. I mean, I say these things and people go, "Oh, he's talking SJWs again," and it's a real problem. I mean, these people are a genuine threat to just people's liberty, their freedom. They do everything they can to make people angry and upset or sad, suicidal, just because they might be conservative or be willing to work with conservatives in comics. Be willing to work with.
That's the key right there. It's not just you know, a political point of view. It's just having this to jam with us on projects. I had someone that was going to do a cover for me for Johnny Phantasm, and he opted out of it just because I was Comicsgate now.
That's ridiculous. So here's SJW Spider-Man. Yes, that is Dynamite Comics CEO actively participating in a Comicsgate stream. Dynamite actively supports a hate group. Oh, which one? Is that Antifa? They support Antifa? And this is all it is. This is a picture of us. Here's Shane Davis. Here's me. Here's Adam Post, Narwhal. I love Narwhal, dude. It's so funny. John Malin and Cecil. And Nick Barucci super chats $20. Says congrats to Shane Davis on his future success. And congrats to Billy for being near 1,000 pledges on Miss Fury. Peter for doing so well in his campaign. And the main man, that would be me, on that stepping stone of $1 million. Now, the funny thing about this is, first of all, very little engagement. These guys used to get 800 likes. They used to get 300 retweets. This guy in Renfamous, it's down quite a bit. I think people are actively worried about more important things. And the comic book industry itself is it just cannot sustain this kind of dickheadery anymore. It just can't do it. There's no money to be made. Now, interestingly enough, and funnily enough, is funnily a word? Humorously. Tony Isabella here, creator of Black Lightning, great big SJW himself. He goes, that could explain why Nick never followed up on a con conversation about my writing for Dynamite. Yeah, maybe that's what it is, Tony. Maybe there's, you're like, wait a second, I wanted to write for Dynamite. Nick Barucci never followed up on me. You know, couldn't be because he's just not interested in working with me, or that he forgot or has other things to do. Could be because he's Comicsgate. Nick Barucci is not Comicsgate. You know, Dynamite is Comicsgate neutral. What they are interested in, they are pro making money, like everybody in the comic book industry used to be and should return to being. I'm sure that now, if Nick Barucci is watching now, he will remember to call Tony Isabella back and politely tell him no thank you, because you are sitting here commenting on an SJW lunatic harassment mob, you know, guy who